The Tale of the Porter and the Young Girls. A porter, a man who carries luggage for others, is working in Baghdad, the capital city of Iraq. He's hired by a beautiful woman who buy enough groceries for a feast. She takes him to a mansion. There, he meets her two equally stunning sisters, the doorkeeper and the mistress of the house. He spends the evening eating, drinking, flirting, and playing sexual games with the three women. The sisters let him spend the night on one condition. He can't ask for any explanation of what happens in the house. Their door is engraved with the motto, "Whoever speaks of what concerns him not hears what pleases him not." The porter agrees. Soon, three dervishes, members of a Muslim mystic sect, arrive at the door. They're each blind in the right eye. The sisters let the dervishes in after they, too, agree not to ask for explanation of the night's events. The dervishes play music and sing. The loud party catches the attention of Harun al-Rashid, a caliph traveling through Baghdad. He enters the house with his vizier Jafar and bodyguard Masrur. The sisters let them in again, warn them not to ask about what they see. Finally, the mistress of the house tells her sisters, "Let us do our duty." One sister brings out two black female dogs. The mistress of the house whips each dog until it faints. Then she cries while hugging and kissing the dog. The sister who shopped at the market plays a song on the lute. Then the last sister, the doorkeeper, tears off her dress to reveal the marks of a whip all over her body. The two sisters repeat the ritual twice. Confused, Harun al-Rashid wants an explanation for the strange behavior. Jafar advises him to keep quiet, so Harun convinces the porter to ask the women. But the sisters are insulted that the guests are meddling, and they prepare to have the man executed. The porter accuses the dervishes of bringing bad luck to the city. Before executing them, the sisters want to know who the men are. The dervishes say they're each a former prince from different city, and none of them were born blind. The women decide each man who tells a tale will be spared. The porter quickly tells the story of his day and is released, but he wants to stay and hear the stories of others. The Baghdad Setting Association, the capital city with splendor and enviable wealth, at the height of Islamic Golden Age in the 8th and 9th centuries. Baghdad, one of the largest, most prosperous cities in the world. The indulgent list of the foods and drinks the first sister purchases give an instant impression on luxury. So the porter and the three ladies, along with later stories, reflects the grandeur of Caliph Harun al-Rashid's reign. Al-Rashid, often simply called the Caliph, is a major character in several stories. So, according to legend, the history Al-Rashid often disguised himself and walked through Baghdad in at night with Jafar and Masrur by his side. Here, the Caliph appears fascinated by the lives and celebration of the common people. His love of music, another trait of the historical Al-Rashid, draws him to the party. But even though Al-Rashid is dressed as a commoner, he wants to be treated like a caliph, demanding he join the party and hear everyone's stories. Jafar advisory role includes calming the caliph and discouraging him unsuccessfully from flouting his authority. The dervishes reflect diversity in Baghdad's religious and cultural life. Dervishes were members of the Sufi sect, a group of mystical Muslims who sought personal experiences of God. Some dervishes took up the wandering life, shaving their heads and facial hair and disregard Muslim cultural norms. These dervishes, like the ones in the story, enjoyed wine, music, and sensuality. The story hints the other characters as surfaces of dervishes' usually lifestyle. Thus, when the party takes a turn for the worse, the porter accuses the dervishes of bringing bad luck. The sexual atmosphere of the story highlights the secrecy and mystery surrounding many of the tales. Women. Secrets give power, and the women wield power over the men by withholding information. The price of their company is observing their baffling behavior without asking for an explanation. So the reader participates in the escalating suspense as well, since readers can't understand the sister's strange and violent action either. So the structure of Shajara's stories makes readers wait with the characters to learn the truth. So curiosity kills the cat, as the old saying goes. The same thing did happen in the story The Porter and the Three Ladies of Baghdad. Curiosity of the men who entered the house of the three ladies of Baghdad put their lives at risk by trying to know what they are not supposed to know. Although there had been a sworn statement between the ladies and the men, the latter broke the contract and faced the consequences. However, curiosity, if done correctly, can also be a source of something better than expected. So, in this story, seven men were in the lady's house. They were a porter, a caliph, and his companions, wazir and swordsman, and the three calendars. At first, the men and the ladies were merry making. Moments later, there came two bitches chained on their neck that the eldest of the ladies slapped and tortured in front of the men. This aroused interest from the men, but they just let it pass. Later, they saw the portress, one of the ladies, playing the lute, but to their surprise, she reacted terribly and passed out after tearing her dress. The men saw the marks of the rod and whipped in her back. Again, it added to curiosity. It happened 3 times, and the men were greatly astounded, save the caliph's minister. They reacted, thinking that they can easily overpower the ladies, and caught the ladies' attention. The eldest asked about the commotion, and the porter was tasked to tell the truth. They wanted to know what's going on, but the ladies and the men had agreed beforehand that they must not talk things that are not of their concern least. They faced the unpleasant. At the latest command, seven huge white and black men came out of the closet and tied the men. Now, because of curiosity, they had their lives in danger. Being curious can be both beneficial and risky. Curiosity kills the cat, as the old saying goes. In this case, the men, especially the calendars, ended risking their lives because of their curiosity. We can blame them because they failed to comply with the contract. They were already told that they must not talk about things they're not concerned with, and they agree. The men should have listened and did as what they were supposed to do. However, curiosity had been beneficial in the sense that it created chaos in the story. If the man didn't react, the story would have been boring. Also, another good thing is that it lengthened the story. The characters involved, especially the calendars and the ladies, ended sharing the story.